everyone. This is Elliot Serrano for the Chicago Red Eye and Geek to Me, coming to you here from the San Diego Comic Convention, meeting the personalities of Comic-Con. And right now I have the pleasure of being joined by the lovely Grace Randolph.
Hello.
Grace.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Grace, we've just met, as a matter of fact.
It was serendipity.
And it was quite serendipitous, in fact, because you are a comic writer.
Yes.
Working for Boom Studios, and my eyes just lit up. I widened when you said you were writing a particular title. What was that?
Muppet Peter Pan.
And folks who know me know I am a total geek for the Muppets.
Oh, that's awesome.
So why don't you tell us about that?
Oh, well, we're lucky to have a real renaissance for Muppets over at Boom, and this is the second arc in their Muppet fairy tale book. So the first was Robin Hood, and we're following Tim Beadle on that. And now Muppet Peter Pan is Muppets do Peter Pan, very much in the way they did A Christmas Carol and Treasure Island.
Awesome. Now, Boom Studios is doing some great titles, especially all ages titles. They have, of course, The Incredibles. They have Cars, Peter Pan. Excellent book. How did you get involved with them?
Oh, well, I knew Paul Morrissey, who's my editor on the book, back over at Tokyo Pop, where I write for StarCraft and Warcraft volumes. Okay, so you've written not only for Boom Studios, but also for Tokyo Pop. Why don't you give us a little rundown on the things you've done? Okay. Well, after a long time trying to break into the industry, I was very lucky that DC Comics gave me my first break with Justice League Unlimited 41, which was great because I got to write Harley Quinn and the Joker. Awesome. And then I got started at Tokyo Pop, where I was with their pilot program. And then I've done work in their StarCraft Frontline Volume 2 and 3, and then also Warcraft Legends 2, and then the upcoming 5 in September. I have a sequel to the story I did. So I know Warcraft is actually one of their best-selling titles. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what's it like being on a highly recognized title like that? It's great, because it brings in people who don't usually read comic books, and they give it a shot. And the Warcraft fans are just premium. They're wonderful. Now, comic books, for the most part, are kind of a male-dominated industry. I mean, I'm sure you realize that. What's it like being a female creator in an industry where you kind of have to work maybe a little bit harder to get noticed? Yeah, I don't mind saying it took me 4 years to get my first gig. I just have to be persistent, and I think you really have to prove that you're interested in the work and that you're taking it seriously, and you're someone who enjoys the craft. And everyone's been really wonderful. I haven't had anyone be like, oh, you're a girl. It was a boys' club, Well, the boys' clubs can benefit from the female presence, if you ask me. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's good. Well, I enjoy being in the boys' club, and I think, I'm happy to see a lot more women at this convention this year. I don't know. I think Twilight's bringing a lot of them in, but if they bleed over into the other rest of the comics and see what there is to offer. And there's really great female characters, from something like Carrie Stenko and Whiteout to even Jean Grey and Emma Frost and, the new Batwoman over at DC. And so I think there's a lot here for women if they, and if more women read, maybe more women will be creators. Most certainly. What else? How can folks learn more about you and maybe some other upcoming projects you have? Oh, well, you can go to my awesome and informative website, www.gracerandolph.com. And I also do a web show, Beyond the Trailer, which is every week, and it interviews people right out of the theater about the movies they've seen, like the big movies. Like this weekend, G-Force, #1 movie, probably, it was #1 yesterday. And I talked to a bunch of kids who saw it, and they liked it more than Up. Really? Yes. Wow, and I loved Up. But yeah, I think Up skews a little old. Yeah, it does skew a little old. They're like death or hamsters in 3D. I think that 3D hamster wins every time, unfortunately. The symbolism is totally lost, the house being the accumulation of life, leaving it on a mountain. Or, evil fighting guinea pigs. Lots of poop jokes. Lots of poop jokes. Poop jokes kill, especially in 3D. Grace, thank you so much. Well, thank you. Thanks for talking to us. So again, www.gracerandolph.com and beyondthetrailer.com. Yes, and Muppets hits newsstands August 26th, issue #1. Issue #1. Let's make it a hit, folks. For Grace Randolph, I'm Elliot Serrano, and the Chicago Red Eye. This has been Geek to Me.